black people misbehave?
They do crime, they beat up everybody, do traffic violation. They're lazy, just collecting money from the government, don't take care of their children. They're good singing well and playing sport well.
Okay, so this is lazy skin.
Yes.
You know I'm a white woman.
No, you're not right. You have the lips of black people, everything black.
Oh, what's black about me? What's my lips are black? How about my eyes and my forehead? And this, I have white woman hair. Look.
My head has such hair. It's difficult to get control of it. She many times wear a wig.
Do you like when black people wear wigs?
They have no choice. I'm all the time with black people. I have at home, I have my head.
And she's lazy?
Yes.
Have you told her that she's black and lazy?
Why I should tell her? She knows.
Is my ass like a black woman?
Yes.
Do they look like criminals to you?
In their free time.
My dad's white.
Okay, so he's half white. What do you think about that?
Still look black, the hair and color. You need a couple more generations.
To take out the blackness?
Ice bones cover me up in nice stones, nice clothes, lay my head down in nice homes. Ice bones lay me down when I'm gone, smoke a blunt for a nigga and sing one of my songs. So while I'm here I got a hoe tiptoeing in thongs. They say a good die young, so I'ma live long. Ice bones, the rice throne, wet cake, married to the game, I don't make mistakes. They say when you cut the grass, you'll find them snakes. So when you cut off all that cash, you'll find who's fake. Ice bones, the price shown, I pay for it. I'm a cold nigga, so the money, ignore it. Talking shit to me, cause I'ma ignore it. Got a new whip, fresh off the lot, and I floor it. Girl, that little pussy looking good, can I explore it? I'm just trying to travel through your world like a tourist. I'm just trying to get a little cream out of your orifice. My pockets getting fat, you can say that they morbid. I get on this motherfucking rap and niggas forfeit. I got all these pretty little women in my orbit. I can't hear you bitch ass niggas when you talking. Ice bones, the pipe blow, head crack. Think it's just a rap. Ice bones, rock binder, diamond carats. Study all the knowledge, esoteric. The flight flown, first class, living blessing. Weed smoke make a cloudy heaven. Ice bones, blow your top, lights blown. Take a stop, your sight dark, the light gone. Turn your ass to ice bones. The pie got sliced wrong. Somebody fucking with the church money, I was taught. Don't let nobody take nothing from me. If they do, turn his ass to ice bones.
But many, and it's not just against Nubians or Edomites. It's not against all who are not a part. America is a melting pot. All nationalities which migrated to these shores are represented first by their national origin before American. The word, with the exception of the Native Americans and those who are called the American Negro. The Native Americans because these were the people who occupied the land before European explorers came. The American Negro title is due to the fact that the Europeans know, through the reading of the scriptures, that the Nubians are the children of the Elohim on the planet Earth. We are called Negroes because of our mental and spiritual death. Irregardless, the European knows us, when still many of us don't know ourselves. Negra equals black, Omega equals N/death. The purpose of politics is to control by the 5 Ps, 1. Polytheism, 2. Politics, 3. Psychology, 4. Philosophy, 5. Penal system, which is enacted by all races of people. These people can be recognized by their non-woolly-like hair, which includes even those dark-skinned people with straight hair, East Indians, or Native Americans. The Native Americans, Indians, could not be made into slaves, even though the Jews had tried to make them. There are a number of reasons why the Indians could not be made into slaves. 1. They were not as strong and robust as Nubians and could not work as hard and long as Nubians. 2. They would always manage to run away because since they were the indigenous inhabitants of that area of the Western Hemisphere, they knew the terrain of the country quite well. They could easily hide out and survive. 3. Native Americans were very proud and would not tolerate any type of slavery upon their people. The Nubians had a certain amount of pride also, but if he was proud, he and his family were killed or humiliated by the slave master, just as every Nubian leader today is scandalized to defame them or put them in prison. They can't let a Nubian die great. Many Nubians were fortunate enough to escape to the Indians. These are the Negroes who claim to have Indian in their blood. Some who tried to escape and did not know the country, died of exposure or wild beasts.
Got loose all in your head. These niggas bad, these niggas gonna tell. You thinking you Gucci, gon' end up like YSL. Don't get shot like Vine, these little niggas cracking shells. These niggas these niggas paint they nails. Bitch, I'm OG, always got some dope to sell. Old school whip, paint the color ginger rail. I be getting money, fat ass checks come through the mail. My hustle too hard, guaranteed to never fail. These niggas different, they rap out going to jail. I been getting bitches, residue all on the scale. Pack soft white, look pale. The hood called me a chemist cause I could've went to Yale. Skinny thin tie, sitting on some big wheels. My life like a movie cause it should've been on film.
Stole the law which is known as the Old Testament. Within these laws are the 613 commandments. 10 were specifically enacted for the European. The Christian neither observes the law nor the traditions which were revealed to Moses or Jesus. Only those laws which fit their individual needs are accepted. The Muslim has been able to influence the Nubians to acknowledge the other scriptures and prophets and influencing them in the total reading of the Quran and worshipping their image as Muhammad the Arabian prophet. They make him a pale Arab and get mad if you as a Nubian say he is Nubian for your children's souls. These are but 3 divisions, which need not be divided, seeing that if the Most High is one, his books and prophets must be one. But the pale Arabs and European has caused division of the prophets and the books to such an extent that you have forgotten who you are. All you see now is to love everybody because you are all brothers and sisters, which is in opposition to the scriptures. You become Buddhists and anything else because you do not recognize your position and where you belong. You try to be Americans, put on cowboy clothes, they reject you. You put on African clothes, they say you're anti-government. You become Muslims, they try to put you in jail. They don't want you but don't want you to think for yourself. That's where racism comes from. The things the pale man has done to Nubians would explain their wickedness, and if Yaqub was successful with grafting a weak and wicked being, then he succeeded by virtue of the fact that the pale man is weak genetically, because he lacks melanin, and wicked because of all he has done and is still doing it to other people. You are becoming racist again. I'm trying to break that spell. Nubians, or as a new being, you must take on the responsibility for your own actions. Remember, these Asiatic black men are the descendants of the Hindu demons with black skin and straight hair who had a dissatisfied nature. Evil dwelled within them. The evil was already there. It was by the grace of their wise scientist who met with the elders of the Dunakil did they decided to try to graft the evil out of their nature. The ultimate results was the Flügelrods. The Flügelrods came out of this genetic splicing and graftation in attempts to remove their disagreeable side, for evil lived within these Asiatic black men, original Hindus, since their evil ancestors came to the planet 60 and 6 billion years ago. These Hindus are the ones who converted to Yaqub's plan. While living in Arabia, they became the tribe called Sheshbazzar, the 13th tribe known as the Lost Tribe of Shabazz, named after Sheshbazzar, the scientist who carried out the graftation of this weak and wicked beings of Yaqub. Many of the followers of Yaqub got lost on the way. Those that survived the journey around Africa were used in the grafting and making of this new race. For any babies born with black genes, a pin was stuck in their brain, then next was the brown. They were spared to breed, to make the red, the yellow and then the pale. This process took 600 years of grafting and separating. Thus Yaqub's nation was born. A ruler was set over them, she was called Europa. Europa was empress of this land, yet without guidance they regressed and took refuge in Pelion, that is the Isles of Patmos. Then on up into the mountain region of Thessaly and into the grotto or grot meaning caves. They conquered and enslaved the original inhabitants of that land then called Yunnan. These savage beasts that were grafted from the Asiatic Hindu black man were nothing more than the original blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pale-skinned, melanin-lacking, grafted disagreeable rebellious seed of Yaqub, the mad scientist. Shameless, moraless, hair covering 3/4 of their body from ankle to shoulder, the beast of the field, also called behemoth. They walked on all fours and ate flesh raw, having bestiality acts. Thus, the dog was their best friend. Because they allowed the dog to lick their leprous sores and to this day will allow them to sleep in their beds, eat off their plates, and even lick them in the mouth. The outcome of the graftation was the Flügelrods, bred by mixing in the seed of the Pleiadians, which is blonde hair and blue-eyed, mixing and grafting from the genes of the Asiatics, black straight-haired and black-skinned, and black-eyed Hindus. Grafting from the brown germ to the red germ to the yellow germ on into the new earth-bred Flügelrods. Also breeding the abstract, black skin and blue-eyed. He set up rules and regulations that they were to abide by under all circumstances, and those of his followers that did not obey him were to have their throats slit from ear to ear and their bodies left on the seashore at high tide. They separated into two groups. The original Halayabites or Hulub Flügelrods, who became known as the Neanderthals or simply cavemen, eating raw flesh, running around on fours, and living in a state of bestiality. They found their way into the inner caverns of the planet. Many of them took residence there, while others in time used technology and terrorized other innocent tribes. This seed moved behind the Caucasus Mountains on up into Russia and became known as the Khazars. The woolly-haired seven-ether, Orientalist of this seed called Asiatics were known as the Sepharad or Sephardim Jew. These are the grafted devils that Yaqub created. They are your Flügelrod's original Khazars and your Asiatics, Ashkenazims. Their